Okay, so the So You Think journey is a whole different kind of entity in itself. So I auditioned originally when I was 15. They were having auditions at one of my old studios, Dance Empire. And my dance teacher, Angel, she was like, you should come audition for this. And I was like, okay, cool, sounds great, you know. When I get to the actual studio and I start filling out the paperwork and going through the steps of the actual audition, I read that you must be 18 years old to audition for this. You know, I go, I'm not 18. She's like, oh, don't worry, just do it for the experience. And I was like, you know what? That's true, because with Angel, I actually did Star Search when I was 13 with my partner Candace, and of like, okay, how that it was actually being appreciated on a national scale. And so when So You Think You Can Dance came around and it was more of like a solo competition, I thought, you know, why not just give it a chance? Even though I was 15, I thought, why not? Because I didn't think I would actually be chosen, you know? But the producer, Jeff Thacker, amazing friend of mine, he actually was like, you know what, we actually really do like you. Could you come to New York for the main audition? And you know, 15-year-old me, I'm like, of course.
That's how old I am.
Yeah, let's do it. And like, they set up a whole interview outside, a whole like conversation. And eventually I told my mom, I was like, hey, so.
That's the kicker.
Yeah, I was like, so here's the thing. I lied. And I'm not of age, and I need you to kind of call them and tell them that. And she was not happy with me. But,
of course.
But the producer, he wasn't upset. He was just like, you know what? I understand. I get it. How about you just come back when you're 18? You know? And so years later, I went back when I was 18, again with my mom.
This time you didn't lie.
This time I didn't lie. Well, and it's funny because the same producer that auditioned me at 15 was there when I was 18. You know, in the room, they try to create like anxiety. So like it was a dark lit room. They had all the dancers like lined up. Everyone did like a solo one at a time, and that was kind of like your audition for your audition. So before you saw the judges, you saw the producers, and I did my solo, moved on, and then they called me back into the room, and out of the dark abyss, this man comes and he's like, "I remember you." He's like, "You were 15 years old in Miami," and I was like, "You remember him?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was me." Awesome. He's like, "I'm glad you're back." And so that was the second time technically I auditioned. Didn't make it that season, but the season after that, season 5, is when I got on with an amazing cast of dancers.